Have you ever stumbled on part of yourself that you didn't even know was there, somewhere deep inside, just waiting to be uncovered? Hi, I'm Lawan, and welcome to Uncover Your Authenticity. Today, I want to share a personal experience I had during a breathwork session and how that experience changed the way I see myself and everyone else. It was during one of my first 10 sessions where I went deep inside myself and barely scratched the surface of this immense pain, abandonment, and loss. It was like a deep well of sadness and grief that had been hidden inside of me. I found myself instantly recoiling. I resisted it. I rejected it. I thought, no way, I can't go there. This is too much. And so I pulled myself back up to the surface because I wasn't ready to fully look at it yet. Even though I couldn't confront it, that experience gave me a real sense of how much emotional trauma we carry with us. That underlying feeling of emotional energy is something many people can relate to. And when we get even a glimpse of that emotional magnitude inside us, it feels like if we let a little bit out, everything will come flooding out and we might never stop crying. Of course, that's not actually the truth, but it can feel that way in the moment. And that's why it's so important to talk about how we can start to heal and clear those stored emotions so that we can perceive life with so much more clarity and joy. So, why does this even matter for all of us? Well, the truth is that carrying this kind of emotional weight creates an underlying sense of unease in our lives. It's like a background hum that we've gotten so used to, we don't even know it's there until we start to let it go. And when we do start releasing it, we suddenly realize how much lighter and clearer we can feel. So that's really the core of this message, that by beginning to heal and clear that emotional energy, we can open ourselves up to more joy, more clarity, and a more authentic experience of life. Now let's talk a bit about breathwork itself. There's so many skilled breathwork facilitators out there, and the breath is such a powerful tool we can use to help release those stored emotional energies. Even though it might feel like those emotions could go on forever, the breath has its own natural cycle. It rises, it tapers down, and it comes to its own completion. And that's a beautiful reminder that as we breathe through these emotions, we can trust that process and know that there's a natural point of completion. Because breath is such an integral part of our lives, using it intentionally can help us find that release and that healing. So if you're on a journey of self-discovery and emotional healing, breathwork can be a really profound place to start. So there's a reason why these energies get suppressed in our bodies in the first place. Often the first time we encountered them, we just couldn't confront them. It was too overwhelming. And that's why, especially in those first sessions, let's say the first 10 or so, it's so important to have someone who can hold a safe space for you. A skilled facilitator who knows what they're doing can really help you feel supported so you're not facing it all alone. That way you can start to excavate and release that deeper energy in a safe and supported environment. Let me share another story that really highlights why we do this kind of work in the first place. Back in 1994 and 95, I had a domestic partner. When we started dating, I actually referred him to another breathwork facilitator. Because, sometimes in a romantic relationship, it's not always the best idea to facilitate that kind of deep work for each other. After a few sessions, he said he wasn't going to continue breathwork for a while. And I asked him why. He told me that in the first few sessions, he felt this amazing ecstatic feeling at the end. But as the sessions went on, that high feeling waned and it just felt more subtle, less dramatic. I told him, look, you do what you feel is right for you. But just remember, the reason we do breath work can't just be for that ecstatic feeling. It has to be because we are willing to do whatever it takes to clear our emotional baggage, to heal, and to release that emotional energy. And he did continue after that. But that story, I think a lot of people can relate to it. We can't just be in it for the high moments. We have to be in it for the commitment to truly clearing and healing what's inside us. So from that story, you can see that breathwork isn't just about the peaks of ecstasy. It's about the commitment to doing the deep inner work, even when it feels subtle or challenging. It's about being willing to clear out that emotional baggage and find more freedom and clarity in your life. So as we wrap up, just remember this journey, it's about being compassionate with yourself and allowing the breath to guide you step by step toward healing. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If you've had a powerful breathwork experience or if you're curious to begin, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. We're all in this journey of uncovering our authenticity together. See you next time.